Hi there and welcome to the Daily Arsenal News Show. Let's dive into today's top stories. £50 million Arsenal transfer figure not confirmed for interested clubs named by expert. Arsenal striker Eddie Nketiah has interest from four Premier League clubs this summer amid talk of him possibly leaving the Emirates Stadium for a transfer fee as high as £50 million. However, speaking exclusively to CaughtOffside for his latest daily briefing column, Charles Watts played down the idea of Nketiah costing as much as £50 million, saying he hadn't had this price tag confirmed by his sources, despite circulating in some media outlets recently. He said the following: a possible price tag of £50 million for Eddie Nketiah has been a big discussion point over the last week or so. I have to admit, though, I am a bit skeptical about that figure. Arsenal are open to offers for Nketiah, and I have always felt like this will be the summer that he does leave the club. I struggle to see someone paying £50 million for him, though. That just feels a bit too high for me. Although, from Arsenal's point of view, it makes sense to value him as high as possible when it comes to any negotiations. It's simple business, really, but I have not been told that the £50 million figure is accurate. Nketiah is a decent player, though, and I do think Arsenal should be getting good money for him this summer. He's still only 25, and he is proven that he can score goals in the Premier League. He has also improved his all-round game massively under Mikel Arteta. He just needs to go and play regularly now. If he does that, I have no doubt that he can make a big impact somewhere. He added, Crystal Palace are long-term admirers of the striker and has been close to going to Selhurst Park on more than one occasion in the past couple of years. Fulham, Brighton and West Ham are also believed to be interested. Agbonlahor declares Havertz has been the standout striker at the Euros so far. Gabby Abonglahor praises Havertz's Euros performance so far. Germany are through to the quarter-finals on the Euros after beating Denmark 2-0 on the weekend and becoming the first team to go through to the QFs. Havertz has been a big part of the German setup and has had a very good start to the campaign, scoring 2 goals already, and has been one of Germany's best players, continuing his fine form from club football and breathing some life into this German side. Ex-Aston Villa forward Gabby Abonglahor has come out in full praise of the German forward, saying this on talkSPORT. This was hard because no one has really stood out in the striker position. I was going to pick a false nine, but I didn't want to get hammered, so I have gone with Havertz. Scored 2 penalties, should have scored maybe 5 or 6 more goals this tournament. I mean, against Denmark on Saturday, the header, anywhere else but straight at the goalkeeper and he scores. But I have been impressed with him. He can frustrate you at times, I feel, but when he is on it, he can be sharp and hold the ball up. Even for the chance he had, his touch when he got the ball played into him, that was an unbelievable touch to get past Anderson and run through. So I think Havertz has been the standout striker. This won't come as a surprise to Arsenal fans after watching Havertz become the best version of himself last season. He may have had somewhat of a rocky start and found it hard to adjust at first, but since the start of this year, Havertz has been electric, stepping up for Arsenal and Germany when needed, and has shown that he could be a world-class striker. Arsenal make contact with Euro giants for €60 million rated defender. Arsenal are keen on signing the Barcelona defender Jules Koundé this summer. The 25-year-old French international defender could be sold because of Barcelona's financial problems, and they will demand a fee of around €60 million for him. It remains to be seen whether Arsenal are ready to pay up. They could certainly use more quality and depth in the defensive unit. Koundé could form a quality partnership with his compatriot William Saliba at the heart of the Arsenal defense. According to a report from Spanish publication Sport, Arsenal have already contacted the Spanish club regarding a possible transfer. Barcelona have asked the Premier League club for some time before giving a concrete response regarding the French international. It will be interesting to see if the two clubs can negotiate a deal for the versatile defender this summer. Conde has proven himself in La Liga with Sevilla and Barcelona. He is good enough for the Premier League as well, and he could be a key player for Arsenal. The Gunners missed out on the league title in the last two seasons, and they will be desperate to go all the way in the upcoming season. They will need quality players in order to match up to Manchester City. The 25-year-old defender will certainly help them improve. He is versatile enough to operate as a fullback as well, and that will be an added bonus if the Gunners can get the deal done. Meanwhile, Ronald Araujo has been linked with a move away from Barcelona as well. If the Uruguayan international ends up leaving the club this summer, Barcelona will block Kunde's exit. They do not want to lose two key defenders in one window. Arsenal will certainly hope that the South American defender stays at the club, as it will open the door for them to sign the French international. Fabrizio Romano hints Arsenal wants to leave it late to sign a striker for a cheaper fee. Arsenal has been following Victor Gyökeres for several months, but his €100 million release clause at Sporting Club is considered too high for them to pay. The Swede was in fantastic form last season, and most people expected him to find a new home in the previous month. However, June was quiet for the striker, and Arsenal did not make much noise in the transfer market. That is expected to change in July and August, with the Gunners likely to ensure they sign the right players for their squad. Gyökeres is one of the most improved strikers in Europe over the last year, and Arsenal fans dream of seeing him in their squad. However, Fabrizio Romano has now revealed why they probably have not made a move for him just yet. He reveals, as quoted by The Sun, for Victor Gyökeres, Sporting still want the release clause. They want a package of €100 million. This is an expensive deal, and this is why Arsenal have shown interest in recent months, but at the moment are still not advancing. We know that sometimes in the market, the price can change. In June, you have a price, and then in July, in August, it can change. Gyökeres will be a fine addition to our group, but at €100 million, the striker is far too expensive. Sporting might reduce their asking price if we do not rush to sign him. Club chief admits need to be realistic about Arsenal and Chelsea transfer targets future. Bologna director has confirmed that he expects it will be difficult to keep hold of star defender Riccardo Calafiori this summer amid interest from Arsenal and Chelsea. The highly rated young Italy international has been in superb form in Serie A in recent times, and it seems inevitable that he will earn himself a big move sooner rather than later. It seems Sartori is keen to be frank and honest with the club's fans about this, saying he would love to keep Calafiori but needs to be realistic about that prospect, as quoted by Fabrizio Romano in a post on X. Calafiori has become the subject of interest from Arsenal and Chelsea, with further info and details from Charles Watts as he spoke exclusively to CaughtOffside, and it seems the London Giants have both been given a boost in pursuit of the 22-year-old. Bologna clearly seem to be under no illusions over Calafiori, so if the money is right, a deal is surely there to be done for Arsenal, Chelsea, or indeed multiple other top European clubs. One imagines Bologna would ideally like to avoid losing such a fine young player to one of their rivals in Italy, especially as they have already seen Thiago Motta depart the club to take over as Juventus manager this summer. Calafiori following Motta to Juve would be a huge blow and surely difficult for the fans to take, and while keeping him would undoubtedly be the best option, cashing in on him for a big fee as long as he moves abroad might not be the worst outcome in the long run. Arsenal would do well to add some depth to their defense this summer, as there is arguably quite a bit drop-off in quality if either one of William Saliba or Gabriel Magalhaes gets injured. Euro giants agree important personal terms with Arsenal and Man United transfer target. Bayern Munich have reportedly agreed important personal terms over the potential transfer deal for Paris Saint-Germain attacking midfielder Xavi Simons. That's according to Sky Germany journalist Florian Plattenberg, who says that RB Leipzig are also still in the race for the Netherlands international, while CaughtOffside understands that both Arsenal and Manchester United also recently asked about the player. Still, things now seem to be moving in the right direction for Simons to leave PSG for Bayern, according to a post posted by Plattenberg on X, with the journalist saying in it that negotiations are ongoing as Bayern chief Max Eberl tries to agree a deal. Simons shone on loan at Leipzig last season, and one imagines many PSG fans would have preferred to see the 21-year-old stay at the Parc des Princes and get a chance in Luis Enrique's first-team squad for next term. Bayern will be delighted if they can get this deal done for a new manager, Vincent Kompany, as this squad at the Allianz Arena clearly needs work after major underachievement last season, with the club missing out on the Bundesliga for the first time in over a decade. Simons would also have been a joy to watch in the Premier League, but it seems Arsenal and Man United no longer look like options for the player, who is perhaps doing well to continue in Germany for another season. Arsenal fans will hope Mikel Arteta and Edu can find an alternative in attacking midfield, as Simons could have been an ideal to add some spark to this Gunners side, while the Red Devils also need to make changes after their lowest ever Premier League finish last term, though one imagines their lack of Champions League football may well have been an issue for Simons. I will be uploading daily Arsenal news, so keep your eyes on the channel and don't forget to like and subscribe. I appreciate your support. Peace out.